On the 2nd of June 2023, three trains collided near the city of Balasore, in the state of Odisha in eastern India. Two passenger trains, the 12841 Coromandel Express and the 12864 SMVT Bengaluru Howrah SF Express, collided after an initial collision involving a goods train near the Bahanaga Bazar railway station. At least 288 people were killed in the crash, and more than 1,175 others were injured in the incident. It is the deadliest rail accident since 2004 and India's worst rail crash since the 1999 Gaisal train disaster. At about 7 p.m. IST local time, 13:30 GMT, on the 2nd of June 2023, two passenger trains, the 12841 Coromandel Express between Shalimar and MGR Chennai Central, and the 12864 SMVT Bengaluru Howrah SF Express between SMVT Bengaluru and Howrah, collided on the Howrah-Chennai main line near Bahanaga Bazar in Balasore district in the eastern state of Odisha. A goods train was also involved in the crash. The Shalimar-Chennai Coromandel Express had received signal indication to move on to the main line towards Chennai, but it was wrongly switched to a loop line where the goods train was waiting. The goods train was carrying iron ore and did not derail or move. The Coromandel Express crashed into the goods train at a speed of above 100 kilometers per h, so hard that its engine climbed the goods train and 22 carriages packed with passengers derailed. 3 of the derailed coaches careened into parallel tracks and whiplashed the tail end of the 12864 SMVT Bengaluru Howrah SF Express, crossing the station at the same time. The crash was India's deadliest railway crash in more than 20 years. 2 unreserved coaches and the brake van of SMVT Bengaluru Howrah SF Express were derailed. The remainder of the train, which included the engine and 20 coaches, left with its passengers and continued to Balasore, where a further damaged coach was set out. The remaining 19 coaches then continued their journey to the train's final destination of Howrah. It was reported that the reserved compartments of SMVT Bengaluru Howrah SF Express sustained no fatalities or injuries to passengers. Officials said that ascertaining the identification of passengers on the unreserved coaches will take time. According to initial reports by Pramila Malik, Odisha State's disaster management minister, 288 people were killed in the crash, and more than 900 others were injured. These numbers would later rise. The death toll was later revised to 275 from 288 according to Odisha Chief Secretary Pradeep Jaina. Bodies of deceased passengers were taken to a local high school, chosen due to its open spaces and location close to the crash site. Identification of bodies was made more difficult due to burns or other trauma, causing officials to use luggage, phones, and other belongings to try to identify the passengers. By the evening of the 3rd of June, Odisha government officials said that 1,175 people had been admitted to hospitals as a result of the crash. 793 of those people had been released, and 382 were still undergoing treatment. Local hospitals were overwhelmed by the influx of injured people, but worked to provide patients with adequate care. A preliminary investigation conducted by Kharagpur Railway Division officials indicates that the following sequence of events occurred at the site of crash. 1. The Coromandel Express was heading towards Chennai on a southbound line at a speed of 128 kilometers per h, 80 miles per hour, and was initially given the signal to proceed on the main line it was coming on. However, for unknown reasons, the signal was then taken off for the main line, and the route was switched to a loop line that is adjacent to the main line. 2. The Coromandel Express then hit the rear end of a stationary goods train which was on the loop line. This caused the locomotive of the Coromandel Express to climb over the goods train wagon and also caused the derailment of the Coromandel Express's 22 coaches. 3. In the meantime, Bengaluru Howrah SF Express, which was heading towards Howrah on northbound line at a speed of 116 kilometers per h, 72 miles per hour, was passing the Coromandel Express in the opposite direction. At the moment of the crash, most of the coaches of the Bengaluru Howrah SF Express, but not its rear end, had passed the other train. 4. When the Coromandel Express derailed, 3 of its coaches hit the last 2 coaches of Bengaluru Howrah SF Express. Consequently, those 5 coaches saw the maximum casualties.